So I'm having a little bit of a play today with my platter plates. And the reason I'm using them is because I'm going to two-tone this cookie, and I also want to use a wedge piece on a round cookie. So my platter plate's going to help me do both of those things. I'm just dusting with a bit of corn flour. I'm going to take my white fondant, and that's going to be scraped into the raised parts of that debosser. You'll see here I'm just gently scraping a little bit away at a time, and I'm not trying to scrape it all off in one go. I'm scraping low, changing my angle, and I'm just scraping just a little bit at a time with really fresh fondant. Two-toning is one of those techniques that really just requires a bit of patience and a lot of practice to get the hang of. This fondant stamp is actually really quite a fine line, so it is a little bit tricky to two-tone this one, but the platter plates are going to help me do that more successfully. I'm just scraping away all those little bits that sit around the outline because we don't want those showing up onto the coloured fondant that I'm going to have underneath the white. So just tidying that up a bit. I accidentally took a little bit off, so I'm just putting that back. So the platter plates will help me in two-toning in that it allows me to put really even pressure across the wedge piece, and it also prevents an indent from forming around the outside of that wedge. So it allows me to use it on a round cookie, which wouldn't normally be able to do. So I'm taking now my coloured piece of fondant. I'm going to roll that a little bit thicker than I normally would, just a few mils thick. And I'm going to take my wedge and my platter plate and put that piece into the center, push it down just a little bit, and take my rolling pin and just roll over the top, using really firm pressure, which the platter plates allow me to do. Gently lifting that away to reveal the two-toned effect underneath. And you can see there's just a small raised edge around where that wedge piece had sat, and I'm just going to take my finger and very gently buff that away. So I'm using really soft, very fresh fondant, which allows me to buff this out easily, but it's also essential for two-toning. So just taking my finger around that edge again, smooth away that raised part. And now I'm going to take my round cutter to cut out my circle, and then I can pop that onto my cookie. So the platter plates have allowed me to use this shape that I wouldn't normally be able to use it on, and that's awesome. So it increases the versatility of my platter sets, and I just love it.